Hey everyone, today we are making sourdough pretzels. I know many of us may have some childhood memories of biting into our delicious soft pretzel that we were given long ago. But how about making this pretzel yourself with sourdough so that you can have this delicious yet now nutritious treat for yourself and family. Let's get started with what we're going to be doing today. The ingredients are simple. You're just going to need your sourdough starter. Preferably you have fed your starter and it is ready to go. First, we're going to go ahead and mill some fresh flour so that we can use this in our recipe. I'm using my Nutrimill. I really enjoy using this great kitchen tool. It just makes milling flour so easy, and more importantly, it helps me to deliver fresh and nutrition-filled flour without having to worry about the separation of the bran from the germ that we get with regular standard flours that are also bleached. This one is packed with nutrition and ready to go with just the flip of a dial. I'll take you in closer so that you can see that process, and then I'll meet you back here with starting the prep steps for making our pretzels. So this is our Nutrimill machine. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn our dial so that we can go ahead and grind. And this allows you to get a finer or coarser grind. I'm going to go ahead somewhere toward the middle or so. And here we go. It is a little bit noisy, so I'll meet you at the end. Here we have our freshly milled flour. Isn't that wonderful? So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to add all our ingredients and mix. We are going to need 3 cups of flour. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to our bowl. And then we are going to be needing 3/4 cups of water, plus a little more if you need. Then we're going to need 1 cup of our sourdough starter. Here is our sourdough starter. It is looking very good. It is ready to go. Nice and bubbly. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our about a cup's worth, and we'll add that in. After this would be a great time to go ahead and feed your starter. So that is exactly what I'm going to do once I'm done with making our pretzels. Next, we're going to need 1/4 cup of milk. I'm using oat milk as my plant-based option. I made it nice and fresh with my nutter machine. So simple and easy to use, and makes baking or making your very own drinks so easy. From all kinds of things, from oats to almonds, multiple seeds that you can use to make your own products. Next thing, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of honey. I'd say about a tablespoon. Then we're going to add about a tablespoon of some coconut oil. Just about. We're just making about measurements here. I try not to use salt in my recipes, so for right now I'm going to hold off on the salt, and then I can always adjust it later. Now, since we're using our starter, we are already having our leavening agent right in the mix here. So I don't have to add any extra yeast. And that is such a wonderful thing. I'm going to go ahead and mix everything together so that I can incorporate this into a dough. Add some water if you need to go ahead and get your mix nice and incorporated. I'm going to go ahead and get my hands in too to really get things going. It is smelling wonderful already. Now, the consistency is going to be a shaggy dough at this moment, so it is a little bit sticky and a little unruly when you're working with it, but it is coming together pretty well. So now that we are nicely mixed together and we have a little dough ball, we are going to let this sit for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then I will meet you back at those next steps. I'm going to go ahead and cover with just a damp towel so that I can incorporate a little moisture. I will meet you in a little while. We're going to go ahead and flour our surface just a little so that we can work with our dough very easily. If you would like to add a brushed topping, you can also go ahead and add your own choice. Some people go ahead and use an egg wash. Right now I'm going to use a flax egg in order to provide a plant alternative. So what you do is you can take about a tablespoon or so of flax meal, and what you'll do to that is you will add some water. What you're trying to do is get a little bit of a egg-like gel consistency. If ever you're wanting to find an alternative for eggs in your recipe, I'm gonna go ahead and just stir this up a little bit, and then we can just place a small amount on the pretzels when we're done. You could also even flavor your pretzels with a little cinnamon if you'd like, and I would even go ahead and add it to this mixture. I'll set that to the side. Now our dough has risen some. It's not meant to rise a large amount at this stage, but what we're gonna do is I'll just lightly get some flour on there, and then just work with it a little bit to get it a little soft again. We'll try to be as equal as we can. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and roll our dough into a rope. You can go ahead and work with it as you can. This is where you can even involve your kids, as children do love getting their hands in what you're cooking, and it's all the more rewarding when they see what they have made by the end. And then you'll go ahead and shape it into the pretzel shape that you desire. And now, as a home cook, you're not looking for perfection here. You are looking for nutrition-packed and wholesome foods. So don't worry whether it's perfectly shaped or not. I actually always prefer a nice rustic look to my foods, and it really makes it to be less stressful for you, because you're not worrying about impressing anyone. What we are doing is getting good food into our family stomachs, and we're also having a little fun at the same time. So once you're done shaping your dough, you'll go ahead and place them on a non-stick baking sheet, such as a silicone pad here or some parchment paper. So I'm literally just gonna take my finger and just do a little adding of the flax egg cinnamon mixture over the top. And here we are, fresh, soft, and warm pretzels for you and your family to enjoy. I added a little bit of mustard that I also get from Azure Standard, and I am going to go ahead and try myself a bite. This is the best part about being the cook. You get to taste a little bit of this, but you're tasting something so very healthy. Let me take a bite. I'm gonna dip mine in a little mustard. Please do try it if you can. Soft and chewy, a little hint of cinnamon, and that little burst of spice in that mustard with the warmth of the pretzel. Take yourself back to your childhood, but make it a healthy one. I hope you'll enjoy your own pretzels, and stay tuned as I provide you with more ways that you can use whole grains and sourdough to provide healthy and nutritious baked goods and so much more for yourself and family. Until next time, as always, be blessed.